Hello dear students, this is your Satish Sir. Finally, after lot of students' request, it could be possible today that we are now releasing specific classes for CMA Final SCM in English. Yes, you have heard it right. This could not be possible without our students who had been continuously behind us seeking exclusive guidance for CMA, and I know we have been working hard with our CMA community to give them exclusive classes, exclusive guidance as per CMA course. Friends, as a first step towards this journey, we have released now 5 classes for CMA Final SCM in English version. I've tried my best to maintain the essence and accuracy of the teachings in English as well. However, I shall be always there behind the screen for you to assist you, to guide you, to support you, to ensure that you really get the value out of time you will invest watching these videos. For this purpose, in this video description, I've added one WhatsApp group where you should join while watching these English classes and for any kind of queries that you are facing while studying through these classes. The more the response comes, the more the active participation comes in our WhatsApp groups, the more would be the motivation for us to work ahead for further English version of our all other subjects and this full subject as well. I would be happy to assist you in your CMA journey. I and my team are eagerly waiting for you to start learning from us. Thank you so much.
Come on, let's start. And students, you are watching CMA Final SCM's exclusive classes. What are we studying? As per focused CMA, we are doing some concepts and examples here. Be focused. Okay? This is motivation for all of you. That we are able to provide you this motivation. They're saying that nothing happens as per our wishes. It comes from other person's love. Therefore, this was possible just because students really wanted this by heart.
इनको एक और दे दो दे।
Okay. Now let's first recap the things that we studied few days back. Okay. Right? Students, notice and write notes in your notebook. Check from beginning. We have studied decision making. What is it? Tell me. What is decision making? I explained you types of decisions in that. Short term and long term are 2 types. In short term, there is a one-time decision with short term impact. And second is routine short term decision. There is different way to handle each. Such as relevant costing handles short term and one-time decisions. The routine short term is handled by marginal costing, CVP or linear programming. Technique of long-term relevant costing and capital budgeting is used. Okay. The meaning of cost is accounting, right guys? And it is like a sheet or the statement of cost. But in the decision making, cost means accounting, and that also means that the amount of resources used in product or service. But in decision making, it means cash outflow. Okay. Objective in the process of decision making should be alternatives and evaluation. The best alternative should be selected, implemented, and monitored. Then I explained it to you about relevant costing. The applicability of relevant costing in one-time offer for customized order. When the customer is bankrupt, surplus capacity, accumulated inventory, all these apply in scenario. In different approaches, there are 3 approaches: total cost approach, incremental approach, and relevant cost approach. Okay. Are you paying attention? Total cost approach, incremental approach. There is presentation for opportunity cost approach. Costs to be incurred. Cost to be incurred for option. Plus benefit lost or opportunity cost of accepting the option. In remaining of relevant cost. In cost, variable costs, avoidable fixed costs, and opportunity costs are considered relevant. There are 2 costs that are irrelevant: sunk costs and committed costs. How to identify relevant cost? By going into any decision, cost will be same. All sunk costs are irrelevant. True, all irrelevant costs are not sunk costs. All irrelevant are not sunk cost. All irrelevant costs are sunk costs will be false, while all irrelevant costs are not sunk costs is true. All irrelevant costs are sunk costs is false. Okay. Minimum, maximum price or evaluation of offer in uses of relevant costing. I explained in the merits of relevant costing. Customer could be dissatisfied who is being offered price based on relevant costing, as he might demand lower price later. We can't give it and regular customers might get upset. The profit reporting is not accurate because the profit shown here could be a loss. In real, 10,000 and 9,500 loss are here. Relevant costing will show 500 profit. But in reality, the book shows loss. And many a times the cost may remain increased even after the offer. You think cost will decrease or there would be no cost after the offer. It won't. It remains same. I explained opportunity cost, income foregone from next best alternative. Next best means that generates highest income. Then I explained it through example. How do we see opportunity cost? If you are considering opportunity cost of one option, you need to think what is being sacrificed in other options. After this, if machine hours are limited, therefore we call its opportunity cost as the shadow price or the marginal value of the resources. Okay. So what is shadow price? You should say that it's the opportunity cost of 1 hour of a limited resource. Opportunity cost of 1 hour is called the shadow price. It's also called as the benefit you can earn in 1 hour. I hope this is clear. The benefit that you can earn from 1 unit of a limited resource is called the shadow price. Okay, so if the machine is limited, then you can say its shadow price will come. It will not appear in unlimited as there is no unlimited in shadow price. Shadow price is the highest of contribution per unit of the limited resource. Therefore, in our context, we understood that if the contribution per hour is 5 or above, shadow price of limited resources is also 5. And students, if you are asked to tell what is the opportunity cost of A, then what will you write? Opportunity cost of A is 2.5 per hour. The opportunity cost of B is 5 per hour, but if you are asked the opportunity cost of 1 hour, you will say 5 rupees, which is higher. And opportunity gain is the cost saved from the next best alternative. Opportunity gain is the cost saved from the next best alternative. And in this, you can select the lowest cost among the alternative options. The least cost is best in terms of cost saved. Highest income is best in income foregone. I will explain how to prepare relevant cost sheet by adding materials, labor, overhead, depreciation together. Cost of offer comes. When we compare it to its revenue, we will know whether to accept offer or not. I also explained minimum price before that. Minimum price means relevant cost. Method to calculate it will be, you can add cost of materials, labor, overhead and machinery. To calculate relevant cost, see incremental cost or cost to be incurred, benefit loss, less benefit achieved. You can check. Minimum price means that you should charge at least this much, so that we don't have any losses, so that we don't incur loss. We should not lose because of the offer. That was the idea I explained through this example. And we should do the minimum charge to avoid any losses and to ensure that we end up in same position after transaction as we were before. Okay. If there is no benefit, then no problem, but then you have to ensure that there should not be any loss. Right, guys? There's no benefit. That's okay. Then maximum price of an offer can be given only as much as you can throw extra. Are you following me? You can only give as much as you have extra. For example, I explained the concept to you through Prashant's employment process. Okay. So I am trying to explain this to you in general way and also according to the exam requirements. You must be having a touch about it. Like this, you will remember the concept better and stronger. As I told you, all these points are termed as golden rules and you should always keep them in mind. And I believe that you might have studied it at home too, is it? But I think that you do not remember it for now, right? I hope you know what I mean. You must have studied this yesterday at home and you remember only 30 to 40% of it. When I checked today, it increased by 20%. And I won't accept that it will be 100%. But I want to remind you that everything you have been taught so far, you should remember 100%. You should not skip anything. It means you should try to remember with the examples. And if you ever have to taught the same concept to someone else, then you have to teach by giving examples, right? So you have to remember this concept along with examples. This is important. You guys think that if it's a practical subject, you can simply understand it and that will be enough. You are right, that is enough, your work will be done. Then it's step 1. The second step is the golden rule that we have to remember. Just we learned in accounting, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Do you remember it? You will remember it initially, but in initial days. I know that you tried to remember it once. In these initial days, all concepts that are being covered are golden rules and you need to remember them. Only then you will grasp it. Got it? Next, let's move forward. What we are going to do is, next, relevant cost of materials. Relevant cost of materials. Relevant cost of materials. Let me tell you how to study and understand it clearly. I will tell you how to study the relevant cost of materials. Relevant cost of materials. You have to think like you have some materials with you, or you have received an offer from somewhere citing requirement of the material. Okay. Let's say that there is an offer from a special customer and we need some material to do the work. If we do costing of the offer, we will have to add cost of material. If you make any product, material is used in it and its cost goes into it. Suppose there is a special order from a customer and in its costing, then add material cost. It should not be added using conventional method. You should not add it the way you studied in Inter. Just put the cost of the material used. Think according to the relevant costing. Relevant and conventional costing are different. What about conventional costing? It will add entire cost as it is. But relevant costing considers incremental way. It will see if this offer didn't exist, what would have happened? What is extra here because of the offer? He brought the extra cost. Okay? Conventional and relevant are different. Conventional method states that if my 100 kg material is used in your work, then I will add the cost of my 100 kg in your name. Clear? But relevant costing thinks differently. Relevant costing thinks that if you had not brought the offer at first place, what would be my cost then? And did my expense increase after the cost? So you have to pay for extra cost. And if there is nothing extra after the offer, then you don't have to pay, you will get the material. Okay? It's a different concept. You can't take the conventional route. Remember, don't apply conventional thinking. Relevant costing is changing the theory of making cost sheet. Okay? And for this, you have to learn different situations. In the situation, the first situation that is showing is that material required for the offer is in stock. That's in stock. The material required for the offer is in stock. Okay. Again, the material required for the order is in our stock. Clear? The materials required for the offer is available in our stock. If it's in stock, need to find reason for it. In situation 1, there is case A. The question here is why it is in stock. The question here is why it is in stock. Why is it in your stock? So it is in stock because case A. In stock. Because it is obsolete. It's obsolete. Or non-moving, and non-moving means that it's been kept for many days. It's not working. Now I have created situation. It is also included in the golden rule. It is not the main sum. Okay. This is also part of golden rule. If you deviate from this, then it means that your sum will not be formed. In order to calculate sum, this is the golden rule. Like I told you, relevant cost of material, labor, overhead depreciation. These four are completely like the golden rule. It's very important and you should memorize it correctly. Along with situation. Okay. In stock, it is obsolete and it's non-moving. What does non-moving and obsolete material mean? Materials were purchased a long time before, but they are not being used now. It has become useless. It's kept in stock. It has become useless. Okay. When we have something like that at home, what do? Tell me. We put it on stand and keep it in loft. If it's not useful, do we throw it away? We keep it separately. But business doesn't work like that. If you keep it away, you will have loss. Okay? But they don't do this in large factories as they utilize it. So what they do is that when something is no longer useful for them, they just think about selling it. They try to do what? They try to dispose it of. What they try to do? They try to dispose it of or try to sell it. Are you understanding what I am saying? They will sell it. If the obsolete material is non-moving, what will they do? They will try to sell it. Now, they have selling as an option. The second option they think is to utilize it in something. They don't keep them. They just sell it, remove it, and they sell it to free up the space. or they think of using it for something useful. And obviously they go for the option that have most benefits. Moreover, without offer, we don't get any offer. We emotionally attach to it and it will be useful someday. If it's not useful for me, it will be for my children. This is family thinking. But what is the thinking in business? They just sell it or use it for some other work. Either sell it or make it useful for some other work. You have to choose one of the two options that offers the most benefit. You cannot hold on to both emotionally. Without offer, what they do? They either sell it or use it for some work. Now when the offer comes, they won't do it. Without the offer, they were able to do something but are not able to do anything with offer. So the difference is added to the cost of the offer. Listen to me, guys. Let's say I have a material, okay? This is an example. Example number 1. Material A in stock 2000 kg. Its book value is 10,000. It is non-moving in nature. It is non-moving in nature, okay? Material A is in stock that is of 2000 kgs. Non-moving in nature means it has been kept for a long time. Not moving means not being used. Non-moving means it's not in use. Write everything in Hindi. Don't just sit and wait and think whatever the teacher writes, you will copy. And also, this is a very important concept. Okay? I know your mind travels. When I am writing, you also write, then you are gone. When I stop, your mind goes out of class. Though you are seeing me on screen, but your mind is somewhere else. Your mind goes to many places and you start thinking about food, movies, family, friends, and so on. As I start writing, your mind is back. This is not right. If it's still happening, take 3 deep breaths. What will happen from it? Your wrong thoughts in mind will be less and then you will concentrate more. Okay? Right? Overall, what you need to do when you come to class, be mindful and concentrate on the study. Clear, students? Be focused, guys. You should put your mind right. Focus here. I am not here just to speak. Okay? Everything I teach should be drilled in your brain. You should try to grasp everything in class, right? You will have to pay attention. I know everything by your face, that what's in your mind. Okay? Because I have read many books for so many years. And I can read your faces too. Okay? So I can tell everything by the look on your face. And do not think that I don't know anything about you. I know when you are losing your focus. Right? That's why, guys, please pay attention in the class. Are you responsible for success? Or I am? It's yours. Only yours. So don't think it's on both. I have degree. I'm investing my time and earning through it. You have to achieve success on your own. It's not served on platter. The problem is when you fail, you don't accept that you failed because of your own actions. You would say it's because my classes were not good and knowledgeable, and you will search for another teacher. Then the next accusation will be leveled at the institute. You would say that institute did a very strict checking. Those who clear don't say these things. They do not blame their institute or teacher. But those who fail make different excuses. And they wouldn't accept that they didn't study properly. They wouldn't say that they got distracted while studying or fell asleep when teacher taught. In class, they were not attentive back then. Would they accept this fault of theirs? They would say they took classes at SJC and still failed, and tell others to beware of my classes. Is it my fault that they failed an exam? I am giving my time, teaching them a synthesis of concepts in simplified form, but some students don't value it. They are not serious about studies. Now imagine, this is non-moving, so we have to get rid of it. We cannot keep the non-moving material. We found ways to get rid of it. Option 1. We can scrap it. Here scrap rate is also called resale price. So I'm writing scrap rate or resale price. We can also call it realizable value. So I am writing it as well. Let's say this is 4 rupees per kg. What should be option number 2? what should we do with this material? How to get rid of it? I found that this material can be used in place of some other material. We can replace some other material with this and it can be used. That material is very useful. This one is not. For example, let's say we have some leftover tiles from some construction company. They are normally used in construction work, but these tiles are just lying around. So there is a specific type of tile that can be used in daily work and it is used in some or the other way. But this tile is a little different. So it remained unused. This is quite usual as it happens a lot. So we checked the stock which is lying around and wondered if it can replace another stock. The place where regular tiles keep coming in. How about using this tile there? Will it work? We realized that this idea can work. Engineers of that place said it would work and asked to send it. This tile can be used. For example, suppose this is a cheap tile and in that place tiles were of different quality. Those were different. So this tile can also be used there. Means we found what will happen if this tile goes there. Money spent in getting tiles for that place will be saved. Money was saved in this way because they got these tiles in place of those and saved their money, right? Here we have done a substitution. Therefore, we call this substitute for another regular material. Substitute for another regular material. Okay. This will result in savings. Savings is equal to rupees 7,500 for the entire stock. Okay. Substitute for another regular material. Savings is equal to 7,500 rupees for the entire stock. Sending the entire stock over there will save 7,500. If we send the entire stock of 2,000 kg over there, we get savings of 7,500. Take your time in comprehending this. Pay attention and it will be clear. Stock of 2,000 kg is lying around. The engineer asked to send the whole stock and it will save 7,500. What will be the savings on this 2,000 kg stock? It's 7,500. Calculate savings per kg. What is option number 3? We found another option. This option was found after considering a lot of things. We can modify this and turn it into a product for sale. Okay, convert it into a special product. I will write convert into a special product. To convert it, there will be an additional cost incurred. So write additional cost of conversion of entire stock. Here, additional cost of conversion of entire stock is equal to rupees 6,000. And then here the sales value of the special product. It means when this product is sold, we will get rupees 15,000. 15,000. Okay. The offer has not come yet. I have not even mentioned it. Here I created a story about having some materials that have been in stock for a long time. It is not useful and it has no emotional value attached to it. So why should I keep it with me? It is completely opposite to what happens at home. Here we are thinking about getting rid of it. Do you know the real world challenge about starting your own business or handling a large one in real world? The challenge is opening doors for these options. I always tell the students in class that the real world challenge is to create the questions that we are given. It's data. For real world example, take my institute SJC, which I'm running on a vast scale. Do you know its challenges? The problem is not in choosing option 1, option 2 or option 3. The problem lies in finding those options. What are available options? Nobody can think about it unless they have the experience to learn from. If you are new in a business, you won't get any ideas about available options. Okay. I went to one of my friend's factory. He produced gram flour there. Okay. So this gram flour is made by grounding chickpeas. Okay. Do you know, as we were walking, floor had fallen gram flour. So I pointed that it would be a normal loss. We were walking inside and saw fallen gram flour all over the ground. I said that all this flour that has fallen everywhere is just a normal loss to him. Then gram flour was coming out of the machine. I noticed that there were windows for ventilation on the top. The exhaust fan was installed on that window. When I looked over there, I saw it covered with chickpea flour. It had flown over there. I asked my friend, considering it to be a normal loss, what was its percentage? Thinking from costing's point. He said no normal loss. Meaning, he would collect it and put in a machine, clean it, package it and sell. I said, how can you sell the fallen gram flour? It's unhygienic. He said this was nothing compared to what was being done in the Lay's and Kurkure factory next door. My friend said, if I ever saw what they did there, I will give up on eating them. Don't think too much and keep consuming the packets at your home. My point here is, if people like us will go to see a business without having any experience, we will throw majority of product thinking it is garbage. But when someone with experience is running a business instead of unexperienced fellows like us, they find such unique options that we can't even imagine. We would call it obsolete and throw it. But the one running the business will not consider it obsolete and find its use. So, my friend had a separate machine in his factory to clean the fallen flour picked up from ground and windows. He didn't throw it. Say 5 kg of gram flour flew all over when the gram flour was made, and it happened because the wind carried and scattered the flour all over the factory. In factory, they dust it off, gather it, put it in a box, then put it in a machine, clean it and then sell it. And that flour is eatable. Try to understand that only my friend could come up with this option. And did it occur from the very first day? No. Experience taught him. The real world challenge is to find this option. And you guys haven't been given the real world challenges yet. Do you know this interesting thing? The real fun in studies comes from this fact. Imagine you are told that only this much is case study and were given name of original material. I would have given you a real factory name in a question like this. Also given some true material instead of the gram flour and ask you to Google it and tell me what could be the available options for it. Then we would realize that our education is like this. It will be quite a shock for the students. Everyone would search for and find different options. And that is the real learning or the brainstorming. In the real world, such an opportunity is very rare and in very few companies. Anyways, right now just stick to this without getting deviated. So, which out of these 3 given options is the best? Tell me now. Think about it. If I have 3 options and the offer hasn't arrived yet, then we will find a way to get rid of material. So, which path is the best of these 3? Third. Is it based on calculations? We can't do all 3 at the same time, right? We can't scrap it, substitute it and make a special product at the same time. We have to choose one of them. We'll go with the best option out of the 3 given here, right? Which one is the best? Option number 3, right? As it has highest income, 4 into 2000 is 8000, here it's 7500 and here 15,000 minus 6000 is 9000. Then offer arrived. I received an offer from friend. It's a very rare opportunity. Now the scenario has changed. So write for an offer. Look here for an offer. 2000 kilograms of material A is required. What can be the, we can call it the minimum price, okay? So we will write the minimum price for such material. We also call it the relevant cost. Minimum price means relevant cost. So write our relevant cost of such material. For the offer. For the offer. What can be the minimum price or relevant cost? Sorry. So what can be the minimum price or relevant cost of such material for the offer? Is this clear? For an offer, 2000 kg of material A is required. What can be the minimum price or relevant cost of such material for the offer? for the offer. Is it fine? I hope it's clear. So the answer to this is to have a fixed pattern of thinking in your mind so that you don't make mistakes. Whenever you answer this, in an exam like this, you don't need to focus too much on working notes, but if you focus on writing the working notes properly, then it will help you a lot during revision. It's very helpful. So write the relevant cost of material A like this. Write particulars and amount. Cost to be incurred. Cost to be incurred. For the offer. What will be the cost due to the offer? The answer is nil. Do you know why it's nil? No cost was incurred because material A was already in stock. The one that's in stock, its amount that is on the books, that amount has already sunk because it is in stock. Therefore, its book value is a sunk cost. The old cost is already incurred. There are no additional costs now. We are discussing future expenses, cost to be incurred. What will it cost? It won't cost anything additionally now. It is already in stock, no new cost. Okay. Book value is a sum cost. But because of this offer, we are unable to use material A for its original intended purpose. Am I right? We were going to get rid of material A in the beginning. If this offer hadn't come, we would have followed the original plan and got something in return. We would have gone with option 3, but that won't be possible because the same material is being offered. Here, we don't want to be in a situation where we regret choosing the offer. Here, we don't want a losing offer. Okay? But we can't afford to lose money. If there was no offer, how much money would we have made? 9,000? There will be a loss of 9,000 rupees. We will add that loss here, under benefits loss due to the offer. Look here, benefits loss due to the offer. In which we will say higher of. So higher of option number 1. How much for the resale? Resale or scrap. The scrap value is rupees 8,000. Option number 2. How much is it for substitute? 7,500. Option 3. How much is it for the special product? 16,000 minus no. 15,000 minus 6,000. 9,000. The highest out of these 3 is taken. The answer is 9,000. Okay. So basically the relevant cost will be 9,000 leave cost, but give me whatever loss I am incurring. Because I couldn't earn the income I could have due to my friend's offer. I shouldn't be sad about helping him. Look here, we can think of it this way. PL without the offer. Without the offer, I would have earned 9,000 rupees from the best of 3 options. Yes? What was the book value for this? Look here, the book value, which is 10,000 rupees, is already a sunk cost. 10,000. There is a loss of 1,000 rupees in net. In offer's absence, this would have been done. We would choose the best income. Book value of 10,000 is the only cost. We have to write it off. Net loss 1,000. Under with offer. What is done? The book value will remain as it is. It will not disappear. Sunk costs advantage, it remains same whether there is an offer or not. Benefit of relevant cost is to remain same in presence or lack of offer. For with offer, if it is 10,000, alright, if it's 10,000 for with offer. So here, what can be said for this? I would always want my net position to remain the same, clear? I don't want that the net position shall change. If it will stay the same, there will be no problem in helping. The loss should be same for 1,000 both sides. But this 9,000 from the special products, it can't be included. in special products as we gave that material in offer. We will say that it has come from the offer. This 9,000. So who would take burden of making P&L every time? This is the shortcut for it. Think in this way. And to think about this all, gradually you will not have to do this all working. It will become easy to think. And suppose if 1500 kgs are required for the offer, like here it is 2000, it is possible that they need 1500 kg for the offer. In that case, we will make it proportionate and assume that if 9000 is for whole, how much will be for 1500? Like this way. I will not discuss that scenario right now, but if it is asked, so you may write it down. Now, if 1500 kg is needed for the offer, then we will divide 9000 by 1500 into 2000. So you should note down all the little things that I explained. I don't find it right to make you note down small details. Clear? So you should remember a shortcut. Let me give you a shortcut from all these discussions. So all of you just note down that if it is a non-moving material, any non-moving material which is in the stock, there is a shortcut to determine the relevant cost. The relevant cost calculation is simple. Benefits lost. It is done in just these two words. Benefits lost, which here means that is higher of all the options. Higher of all options. You will read all the options available and you will take the higher one. Scrap value is always an option. Do not forget that scrap value is always an option. Okay, scrap value is always there as an option. It will not be mentioned, you will have to find it. You will know how to find it in the question with practice. But I am telling you that you have to remember these golden rules with examples. Remember these examples as if you can teach someone by creating them, or suppose you can use them to learn the concept for yourself. Okay? It is not necessary that the highest comes from the third one. Highest can come from any. The highest one will be best. Case A is done. Now case B. Consider the materials that are in stock. Name of case B is in stock. It is a regular use material. It's in stock. But why? Why is it kept in stock? You have flour at home. Do you have it? Yes, you have it at home. Let's say you don't live in a PG, neither in hostel. You have flour at home, right? And also sugar. Why? Because it is used regularly, right? If someone asks for 1 kg sugar, you will give 1 kg sugar from the sugar that you have in stock. Will you give? Right, you will give it. But what will be the problem? Why did you bring in your house? For decoration or for some use? For consumption. Now you have to bring more sugar. Since you have to buy new stock, then bring for me. Don't give yours. Sometimes there is a timing difference, like if I need it urgently. Therefore, you immediately gave it to me. You don't have an immediate use of that 1 kg sugar right now, so you gave it to me. You had more sugar, you had 5 kilos of sugar at home, and you will not consume it in one day, right? You have given me 1 kilogram. And I needed it very urgently, I needed it right away, so you gave the sugar. Now, your 5 kg sugar is now only 4. It can cause problem at your house. You can order it, it will come tomorrow. So, if you had not received the offer for 1 kg sugar, so you had stock for regular use. You were using it, you got an offer. So what happened? What are the changes? You got the offer, so you gave it to me. You gave me the sugar. And I got the sugar for my use. Your customer got the product. The customer is consuming it. So how much would you charge me for that 1 kg of sugar? At that time, you will check that you had to order another kilogram of sugar because of me. You had 5 kg of sugar in stock, but because of me, you had to order 1 kg of sugar as only 4 kg sugar was left. So you thought you will have less sugar for tea and all as you gave it to me. This new 1 kg sugar you got, the cost of this new stock that you had to bear because of me, you can get that cost from me. And if I can wait a little bit, like, in Marwadi we say to have patience. So if I can have patience, so what would you say? Please wait, we will arrange new for you. What I have is for my home. We can get you more sugar. The shop is around the corner. So the payment that you have made, you can take from me. What is relevant costing? The extra cost. The change that happened, it has to be recovered. There are two ways to handle any regularly used items. One is you give your stock to me. Suppose if I am your loyal and special customer, you give me your stock. That is option number one. So as this will happen, so your stock will decrease. Your important work might get stuck. So you will immediately replenish it, order a new one. That's a different matter that it will arrive in a day. So there will be the cost of the more sugar. The new one will have a cost. You will take that cost from me. Okay. What is option number two? You will ask me that, can you wait for a day? I will say yes. Then the new stock will be brought for me. So the cost of new material incurred then will be taken from me. The point is the same in both cases. You had to get new. Either order it directly for me or give me yours and then get new for yourself. So what is the relevant cost? Relevant cost is the current purchase cost. What is in your stock? How much it costs? All this is irrelevant and it does not matter to me. It is in stock and used regularly. How should you think then? Did you understand it? Okay, let's take an example for that time. Example 2. Material X. And suppose we have 1000 units in stock of it. Its book value is 10,000. Okay. And the resale price is 6 rupees. And the market price of this has increased. So the current purchase price is 12 rupees. The current purchase price is 12. Its resale price is 6 rupees. And the current market price of material X is 12 rupees. Now for an offer. Okay, 600 units of material X is required. So what can be the relevant cost? For an offer, 600 units of material X are required. Now tell me the answer in the chat. I want to check students who are taking the online class. Type the answers in the chat. Azad Dwivedi, Mr. Roth, Mr. Adnan Ansari, and Mr. Aftab Alam. All of you have very big names. What is the answer? Yes? How much rupees? 12 rupees. 6 rupees. Think before you speak. It won't be 6. See students, you all need to completely understand the logic. How it will be 6 rupees? See this, I gave you this here to confuse you. Such information that is given without any use or purpose, we call it witch. Why? Like a witch deceives others and plays with the mind and bothers our mind. Similarly, this kind of information confuse you. Okay. You think that this information is important. Many students get confused with this, especially the students who are not focused while solving, because your mind is wandering. Suddenly you noticed and thought, hey, it's cheap, so this 6 rupees should be the correct answer. You got confused. This information is given just to check how much attentive, focused you are. So why was this given? To check how attentively you solve the question. So what would we do? Suppose there was no offer for items used regularly. We had done nothing special, just regular work. What was in non-moving? If there was no offer, we would be making arrangements for its disposal. If no offer had come for regular materials, we had done nothing. Now as the offer has come, so either we have to give from here and get new, or directly get new one and give to the offer. In either case, you have to buy. Either give from your stocks or you'll have to buy new ones from the market. In this case, you will have to buy new one. So the cost of buying new is relevant cost. Okay. How much new will you have to purchase? As much is needed. So either the quantity required can be issued from stock, and immediately replenished. Replenish means repurchase, or the quantity required can be bought. I will repeat, the required quantity can be bought from the market. Next paragraph. In either case, the incremental cost is extra purchase cost at the current market price is equal to 12 rupees per kg, no, per unit. Therefore, the relevant cost of material X or the offer is equal to 12 into 600, 7,200. Got it? Thank you for answering, students. If you guys keep answering, learning will become more fun. Is it clear? Let's move on. What you need to remember. Let's give a shortcut here. If the question gives a material that is used regularly, if regular materials is given for relevant cost, so for the relevant cost, it's just the current purchase price. Current purchase price, okay? Its other name is the replacement price. Replacement price. Okay. The scrap value which is given has no use. Just simply note down to ignore it, which means it is useless information, which was therefore confusing. If you will ever go out in a village during the dark nights, it is said in tales that you might get to hear some girl's voice near a sacred peepal tree. And you might get to hear a girl singing in the background near that tree. Okay? And as soon as you will approach that tree, go near it, she will start calling you by your name. Let's say your name is Prashant, okay? You will think that if there is no one, so who is calling my name at this late hour? And she will call your name in such sweet voice. So if you turn around or go near it, then she will possess you. You will come under control. You know when that song by Himesh Reshmiya came out in Rajasthan?
एक बार आजा 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 आजा.
So you know after 9 p.m. at night, whenever this song was played on the radio there, witches were seen. The Rajasthan government banned this song from being played after 9 p.m. I am serious, you can read it on internet. You might think I am trying to scare you, no. Those who believe it, they find it real and others don't. This is seen a lot there. You know, these kinds of information are also embedded within the questions, which are quite deceiving in nature. You read it, and when you notice it, just like that song I just talked about, in the same way, you find that information interesting and relevant. And you think, yes, this is correct, this is also given. You don't understand why is this information given. but you think you have read it, so it must have some relevance with the question. Else, why would it be given? Now you are just caught in web and you are stuck. We have to avoid it. We have to keep our focus. Okay. I have explained two cases. Remember this like golden rule. While teaching, I have not kept any books guide in front of me. Yes, it's true. So you should keep this in mind that you can also learn all these golden rules, which are given in almost every chapter without referring to any books. The interesting thing is that all accounts follow same golden rule. The whole subject, it comes up a little bit different in every subject. It is different in some chapters, but the majority follows the same, okay? Each chapter in costing has a different rule. They have many golden rules. You just have to make the effort of memorizing those rules. Next case, case C. Now this case is about toxic material in stock, okay? Toxic material which is in stock. Toxic materials in the stock. Now let's take one example. Example 3. Think of material Z. This is in stock. 1000 units. The book value is 5000. Book value is the sunk cost and it does not matter. We don't consider it as it is a sunk cost. Already incurred. Now this is of toxic nature. The material which is of toxic nature, we don't keep it. Usually we dispose of that toxic material. To be disposed. What does disposing of means? To get rid of. You have to remove it. You don't have to keep it, but dispose it of. This material is toxic. So what should be done with it? Dispose it. Like what do we do with non-moving stock? We think about what advantage we can take from it. But more than that, we think about getting rid of it. So there is a cost of removing the toxic material. That is the removal cost. The removal cost is rupees 4,000. So it will cost 4,000 rupees for removal. At present, if you go and buy this material today, yes, you can buy this material. Its purchase price is 12 rupees per unit. Okay. So if the offer hadn't come, what would we have done? If the offer doesn't come, what will you do with this material? You will dispose it. How much will you get? The cost will be paid, not taken. It's not realizable value, it's removal cost. Therefore, suppose that you have an offer in front of you for an offer. Suppose material A is required. Okay. So the question is, what can be the relevant cost? Okay, so what can be the relevant cost? If number A, 600 units required. Number B, all 1000 units required. And number C, 1200 units required. Understood? Think about the answer to all three and tell me. Those who are online, type it in the chat. Let's start. completed. So in the case of part A, what is the answer for 600 units? Now students see, in this case we already have 1000 in stock and we were ready to dispose it at 4000 rupees. 4000 is for entire stock. Okay, cost of entire stock removal is 4000. Removal cost of 600 units is saved. What will be the relevant cost? In relevant cost, income is coming. Savings is happening in removal cost. Opportunity gain. Okay, it's not positive, it's negative amount. We are gaining opportunities and that is equal to how much? 4000 by 1000 into 600. Answer 2400. Okay. What will happen in second part? When we need 1000 units. Savings. Answer is savings in removal cost. Equal to opportunity gain equal to rupees. 4000. Now let's see the third case. We need 1200. This should be interesting. So I don't have 200 units, but there is a saving of 1000 units, which I can use from my stock. Divide in two parts. 1000 units that will come from stocks. And you need to purchase the remaining 200 units. It will have to be purchased from the market. Okay, the total will come. So I deliberately gave you something new to see if you are able to think or not. First thing that will come here is cost to be incurred. Cost to be incurred. Nothing will come in stock. Add benefits lost. Nothing here either. Less benefits achieved. The removal cost is saved like benefits achieved. These are the savings that we have got. That is 4000 rupees in case of stock. But for 200 units, we have to incur the purchase cost at the current market price of 12 rupees per unit. This will be 12 into 200. 2400. Dash dash. After subtracting 4000. 2400. And this is net 1600 negative. So is it necessary to divide it? No, it's not necessary. You can do it together. I have broken this down to make it easier for revision purposes. Okay. But the new thing was that we have to purchase what we didn't have. When everything is going from stock, then purchase price is useless. When it's going from stock, purchase price is useless. Difference between non-moving and toxic is? So in non-moving, we get benefit lost, and in toxic, we get benefit achieved. Cost is saved in the toxic. And in non-moving, income loss. So lost income is a cost, an opportunity cost, and saved cost is your opportunity gain. So now, what does this mean? When we will complete this work for the customer, even if they pay 1 rupee, it's fine. If they pay 1 rupee, it's okay. So our benefit will be 1601. If the customer doesn't pay us anything for this item, we're still saving. If the customer doesn't pay us, we still save 1600. It's not like we won't take money from him. This is minimum is minus 1600. Means we are saving 1600. Even if we're buying 200 for the customer, we're still saving 1600. Even if customer doesn't pay, it'll still work. But we won't work for free. We will charge a minimum price. And also it doesn't mean that we have to sell it at that minimum price. It's the minimum working that we are doing, that we should get this minimum amount. So 1600 is still remaining in our pocket. It's okay if customer doesn't pay. 1 rupee will be fine. Okay. This is the third case of toxic material. These three covers the situation 1. Now review again that situation 1 had 3 cases. What was the situation 1? That it should be in stock. When it's in stock, then there were 3 cases: non-moving, second regular, third toxic. Remember the shortcut of non-moving, which is benefit lost means higher of all. Shortcut for regular is current purchase price. The shortcut of toxic is removal cost saved. Write a shortcut for this too. Removal cost saved. What is the shortcut if toxic material are in stock? The answer will be removal cost saved. If toxic material is in stock. So the answer will be the removal cost saved. Okay. removal cost saved, the amount of removal cost that you saved. Okay. This entire situation 1 is covered. Now we are moving on to situation 2. Situation 2 is the material you need is not in stock. What did I say in situation 1? Material required for offer is in stock. This was situation 1. Situation 2 is material required for the offer has to be purchased. It is not in stock. Has to be purchased. Okay. So in this, it's 2 cases. Case 1. Case A. No restriction. No restriction of lot size. So what does it mean? Buy as much as you want. So this means that any quantity can be purchased. So what does it mean? Any quantity can be purchased. So students, if there is no restriction of lot size, what's the answer? Any quantity can be purchased. Okay. So in this we usually say as much as you need. Buy it at the current market price. A shortcut is in this. Relevant cost is whatever the current purchase price is. Current purchase price for quantity required should be taken. You should buy the quantity you want. It's current purchase price, that's it. No twist, no turn. As you were told in previous case, to buy 200 extra units. So you bought it. You purchased it. If we don't have something, then we buy it. And the price of purchase will be added to the offer. Okay. Now everyone, case B is important, focus on it. Now students, this is with restriction of lot size. Now everyone write here with restriction of lot size. Right here with a restriction of lot size. So case B is your main case with restriction of lot size. Let's take an example. Write example. Material P. Required for the offer. $650 units. No quantity is in stock. There is no quantity in stock. Students, material P required for the offer is 650 units and there is no quantity in stock. Okay. No quantity in stock. Now next. Lot size for new purchase. Lot size for new purchase is 1000 units. You won't be able to buy below 1000 units. And the current purchase price that's given to you is the purchase price is 12 rupees per unit. And resale price. Resale price is 7 rupees per unit. Resale price is 7 rupees per unit. Okay. So now what should be the relevant cost for the offer? There can be 2 scenarios. What is the relevant cost for the offer? Assuming number 1. First scenario is, so students, number 1 scenario is there is no other use of material P to the company. There is no other use of material P in our place. And the second case could be material P can be put for regular use after the offer. So students, material P can be put for regular use after the offer. No other use of material P to the company. And what is the second case? So it is material P can be put for regular use after the offer. Is it clear? Think very carefully. I have the material P. It is in stock. No quantity is in stock. If you need 650 units for material P, where will it come from? From the market. What's the price in market? 12 rupees, but they've put a condition. We need to buy 1000 at a time. How much will it cost? 12,000. How much extra came? Extra came, right? How much extra came? We only need 650. What are extra units? 350 extra came. What are they? If there is no other use, what will we do? We will scrap it, resell it. And if there is other use, then we will take it home at that price. We are at home means if the company belongs to us, we will keep it in our factory. For example, imagine that we're a caterer. We are caterers. A relative from our family came to us. He said, there is a program at my house. Can you cater for me? It's an offer from a relative. What happens now is that, let's say there is a lot of material. We can't buy materials based on the number of people attending the party, like 20, 30 or 50. So we need to buy a lot of packets of materials. We need to buy in lot. For example, suppose if I need to buy red pepper. So I need 300 grams, but I bought a packet of 1 kilograms. I need soft cheese, but I only need 450 grams of soft cheese. I bought 1 kg because I won't get less than 1 kg. You want fruits for your program. So we don't know how much fruit each person will eat. So guys, then I bought 50 or 100 kgs of fruits in a lot. Right? Some fruits might also be left over. The question is when it is purchased in a lot. So the leftovers might be the kind of materials which I can take over. When I will open them, they will be spoiled. I can take over. So at that time, what will I do? One thing is that you pay me for all materials. I'll give it to you. You can keep it. You can keep extra fruits. You can keep extra red peppers at your home. Right? Many times in our home, we say that we will not call a caterer. We will get a cook to cook food for us. Okay, so often in our Marwadi language, we say barkat. Translated in English, it means a saving. Barkat is an Urdu word. We often say that in our home there is barkat, which means savings. What does savings mean? Because when we need to bring the material, it has to be brought in packets in lot. When a cook comes home, what does he do? He only uses as much as he needs. Then the leftover materials remains at home. So it remains and then it can be used for some days in home. These are the savings. You can also have a new item made with it. So you can use that material as you like in many ways. You can save some money. Okay. When you buy in lot, you can keep the extra or leftover at your home. Now students see, if you call a caterer instead of a cook, what will they do? They will make whatever you need in front of you and they will take the money from you for all materials. But they will keep the leftovers with them. Why? Because that's his daily job, so he will take it away. Now, according to the rules, what should happen when it's taken away? The taken amount should be deducted from the total. But
गंदा है पर धंधा है ये.
Ever heard this?
गंदा है पर धंधा है ये.
How is fraud happening in business? By charging you for everything in the bill and taking away all the leftovers without giving you any receipt. This happens during home constructions and renovations. This happens. If you hire a carpenter and design the interior, then any leftover material is yours, right? Okay, and when you call an interior designer and give him the entire contract, then what will happen to all the leftover material? He will take it with him. And when he bills you for it, it's all included. But what does the rule say? That if let's say in this same example, a lot of 1000 units was purchased. 1000 units will cost 12,000 rupees. So now suppose if the cost is 12,000, the remainder will be 350 as 650 is being used. So now suppose the remaining 350 will be taken over by me as an interior contractor, or let's just say as a caterer. Okay. Now the rules state I should deduct this cost from your account. It should be deducted, but if it benefits me, then I'm taking it over. All right. The second important thing is when my house was under construction, I noticed some plywood and some mica was left afterwards. A lot of small items got left over, like some curtain fabric was also there and many other things. And when the contractor was leaving, he took everything with him. I got curious. Why is he taking it? I told him that this won't be any use to him, but he still took it all. But eventually I was the one who paid the whole bill, to which he denied. He said I wasn't charged for the whole bill, just the used area. Then I told him to show me, and he was right. No extra bill was charged from me. He charged me for the used area only. For example, if we use marble. He took the leftover marble. I asked, what will you do with this? So I was only charged for the area that was used during the construction phase, alright? He wanted to take it. He said he will keep it in the store. There are always projects going on, so it will be of some use to him. So what did he do? He took all the leftover materials. So now if he gets to keep all the leftover from the construction, then how much should I be charged for them in total? My used material comes as 650. The bill should be 650 only. The bill shouldn't cost 1,000 rupees given the interior quality. The contractor assured me a quality. And I was only charged for the materials. Understood? So he took everything he could, taking everything that was left. Okay. Although I purchased the items for my project, the contractor took them and said he will use them for his work, but I never received bill for it. I bought it, but it wasn't even used in my work. He took the whole thing away. He didn't return it. He kept it in his store. But he didn't bill me. That's genuineness. But usually, they charge you for everything. And leftovers will be taken away. They'll even take away the leftover. We see this often in catering. Okay. So in this particular case, just think about a logical answer. So in the first case, the material P has no other use. So I bought the material for 12,000 rupees in your name. 350 left. I have no use for it. So according to the rules, I will charge you 12,000. I've already given you a strong piece of information. Resale price. If this information is given, then use it. If this hadn't been provided, you'd pay 12,000 as a customer. But the resale price means that after all, everything has a value. Even the waste items have a scrap value, right? And that money which will be credited, we'll deduct that money from the whole amount, 12,000, as it's an income in a way from reselling it, right? It was bought for 12,000 rupees, okay? 650 was used, the remaining 350 represents income, so we need to subtract it. What did I say in the second case? The material can be used for other offers, so it will be useful to me. So how much should I bill you? How much should I bill you then? I will bill you for 650. Okay, we will do 12 times 650 as that 350. Charging it to your name doesn't make sense as it will be at my expense. I will take over. Okay? But how exactly is business conducted in the world? They'll take everything, leaving you with a hefty bill. So please keep your eyes open and fight for every penny. If these incidents occur around you, okay? Deduct the cost of unused items. Because they know some tactics. It's not that easy, but don't let it go. Usually people like us, we don't let it go. For example, sometimes when we have functions at home and catering is required for these events. So there were cold drinks as beverages. Okay, and coincidentally no one drank any cold drink that day. As everything wrapped up, he took the cold drink back. I know he has already adjusted the bill. I observed him taking it back and he was making profit anyway. He has charged me for everything. So just as he was about to leave, I quickly called out to him, "Come back and put the cold drinks back." I saved some money, but when I did that, let me tell you, the owner remained completely quiet. He said nothing. He kept quiet. And he said nothing because let's suppose for a moment if he wouldn't have asked me to pay. Suppose I never paid for the cold drinks. Then he would have surely made a fuss about something, wouldn't he? But he said nothing. If I hadn't noticed, he would take it. He was saving it, knowing that it would be a valuable asset later on. We cannot even imagine the places they make profit from. If you stay a little careful, you will be blessed. You will be able to save. So in part 1, if there is no other use. So if there's no other use, what will be the answer? The cost to be incurred? The incurred cost will. But I don't have anything in stock, so the purchase cost of the housing units is your responsibility, which is 12,000. And the second one is less. Benefits achieved from scrap. Now we will scrap whatever is left from the resale of extra units. Okay, clear? 350 units at a rate of 7. So how much is it? 2450. The net is 9550. Okay. Now can you do the part 2 yourself? Regular use after the offer. You know what? Doing business is easy. Let me tell you, doing business is very easy, but doing the business honestly, it is very difficult. Not everyone can do business. And everyone is just doing fraud these days. You know what is fraud? Okay, suppose if you cheat in exams. But how can you be certain that you won't cheat in business? It's irreversible. Because cheating means copying answers from someone else during an exam and getting marks. Am I right? Will you stop? The girl or boy sitting next to you has written the correct answer and you don't know anything about it. No one's watching. Can you control yourself? No, you won't be able to. Cheat freely now. And no one will do anything about it. If your mark sheet shows pass, you're considered passing. Understood? So that's how business works. If the customer isn't asking questions, they get charged and the contractor takes back the remaining items. Where is the honesty? Those who conduct business with honesty have to struggle a great deal for the first 10 years. It's true. If he survived those 10 years, his entire life becomes struggle-free. Anyone expecting instant success in business is unrealistic. Whoever doesn't possess the patience for 10 long years, let me tell you, eventually his business will be successful for the first 10 years but likely collapse after that. Alright? People with ethical practices are the ones who thrive in business, okay? Now, regular use after the offer. Cost to be incurred. 12,000. Now let's see what's new in less. Benefits achieved from takeover of extra units at current purchase price. At the current purchase price, so look here, the current purchase price of 350 units is 4,200. After subtracting 7,800, this is the net, the price you will charge. Understood? So students, I hope the concept is getting clear. It's not necessary to rush learning this now, but make sure you have a clear understanding of the core concept, okay? Alright, so you need to remember 2 scenarios from restrictions, okay? If useful later or not. If not used, then scrap it. If needed, it will be taken over. Okay? This case is over, and with that, all possible scenarios regarding the materials that could be studied are over. The material related part is over. Nothing left. Now, sometimes the information in the question is silent and the message itself is not clear. Silence leads to assumptions in order to solve a sum. Like it assumed materials are in stock. And when nothing is spoken, is it non-moving, regular, or is it toxic? Let's say non-moving. You will find answers while asking questions. Okay, there is another scenario. That's your common sense you need to figure out. This is a material for regular use. But we need approximately 200 units in the offer. Now students, the problem is that we can't give you 200 units from our stock. So what will we do? You will buy it from the market, but there is a problem in that there is a dispute going on in the industry and material will not be available. Regular use material in stock but can't sell it. I will have to stop my work. We went to the market, but a dispute means it's unavailable now. You won't find it available in the market. What should be the offer? And we can never deny an offer. It always has to be positive. Okay? We never say no to an offer. Is that clear? But it will only be possible through the stocks. If you give it from the stocks, the cost I have incurred is a sunk cost. Forget about it. If I give away my stock, I won't be able to use it for future investments or trading, right? that will be affected. So what did regular use teach us? If you give something from your stock, you'll need to get a new one. It's not available unless it's meant for you. There is a downturn. If I give you this from the stocks, what happens? The income which I used to earn using the material, that income will no longer be available. Okay. What should I recover from you? The income from the production of that material has stopped. I'll recover the income from you. My product is discontinued because of you. Okay. This is a very unique case indeed, actually a one-of-a-kind scenario. Not always available. Here is an example. Regular material. So let's create scenario 3. Regular material. In stock. But new supply cannot be obtained. Due to industrial disputes. There's an industrial dispute, so supplies aren't coming in, all right? Or just like the pandemic, the material is not available. There are some problems. A lockout is happening everywhere, meaning new supply is not available. So at that time, what will we do if we need an offer? Okay, so here's an example for this. Material C in stock, regular use. Thousand units. Book value is 10,000. Its resale price is 14 rupees. The price is higher than its book value due to the shortage. It's ready to buy. Current purchase price not available, not possible. Why is it impossible? As new materials are on hold because of the industrial dispute. Current purchase price and P price means purchase price. Okay, so this material here. Material C, which is used in a product, and its name is P. Now let's consider the contribution of per unit by P is 40 rupees, okay? And now 4 units of material C are required in 1 unit of P, okay? In 1 P there are 4 C's used. Okay? An offer has arrived. For an offer, 400 units of material C are required. Clear? Now how do I get it? From where should I bring it? So how much should it cost? What should be the relevant cost? So for an offer, 400 units of material C are required. Okay. What is the relevant cost? You will always approach the question in this way. What's the incurred cost? You'll always approach it this way. Think consistently. If there is a shortcut, then you should remember it. But if there is none, then the approach to the question should be the same. First concern should be how much is the incurred cost. The cost to be incurred is nil, but why? Because it's already in stock. You won't get a new one as you're not planning on buying one, right? It cannot be purchased. So everything has to be done here. It has to be done from stocks, but it's a sunk cost, unfortunately. It's not for sale. So the cost to be incurred will be nil. Okay. So let's say if we give it from our stocks, then what? We will lose the benefit. So added benefits are lost. Which benefit? Which benefit will be lost due to the offer? So basically, we won't be able to produce P, which we used to. We can no longer manufacture the product P anymore. So we were earning total of 40 rupees per unit from P. In 1P 4 Cs are used. Okay. What is the income from 1C? We are finding the relevancy for material C. Is that clear to everyone? Yes or no? What is the income of 1C? 10 rupees. So we will not get that 10 rupees. How many units do we need? We need 400 units of C, which we all can basically say is contribution, which is lost from product P. What is the cost of 1 unit for product P? 40 rupees. But in 1P 4 Cs are being used. We are calculating the relevancy of C and not P. So it should be what? It should be 40 by 4. That is 1 unit of C into 600 units of C. Sorry, I wrote incorrect value. Students, it will be into 400 units of C. Okay. This will be done in respect to C. So 10 multiplied by 400 will be 4000. 10 into 400 equals to 4000. The benefit lost due to the offer is the contribution lost from product P. By multiplying 10 by 400, we are getting 4000. I hope you understood the logic. We could not buy new one. Everything cannot be memorized. So we also need some concept. For example, for this regular one, you should remember that regular means the current purchase price. So this wouldn't work. This is common thing that is not available in market. So how is current purchase price relevant? It is current purchase price if available in market. But when unavailable, we will see another case. What is the loss? Take that value. The basic concept is same everywhere, which is you shouldn't have to spend anything from your own pocket. The income I was receiving, that should come. So the situation should be the same before the offer and after the offer. If I was earning 4000 rupees before the offer, then I need 4000 from the office, because if I give you my thing, then I won't earn 4000 rupees. So students, do you understand? We are helping here, but help does not mean charity. There is difference between charity and helping. For example, you came to me with the sole motive to study from me, and I asked for my expenses in return. So I helped you. But if I teach you for free, so I did charity. For example, sometimes a child asks me, sir, when someone does CSR, have you heard about CSR? Corporate social responsibility. Large companies do this. What you all do? Yours not visible? So we said that we have adopted another form of CSR. We give good scholarships to all the students who are deserving, because charity begins at home, right? If we want to help, it is better to help someone who is close rather than helping someone who is far or lives far away from us. Isn't that right? So who are the people who are close to us? Our students and employees, or our own family member. So first family members, then students, then employees. In this situation, we have many people to help that we will think about the world later on. We will help people whom we know. If my employees face any issues, we solve it for them. Sometimes students need help and we help them. This is my CSR. It stands for charity. We are not here to do charity costing. We are not doing charity. Charity means you are using money from your pocket and you have no issue with that. You want to help people. In charity, one provides help and offers offering, which results in zero profit. The net position should remain same. Okay. I have a friend who has business of umbrella. A social organization approached them to make 5,000 umbrellas, which will be given to the poor. 5,000 umbrellas. So he received an order for 5,000 umbrellas. One umbrella costs 100 rupees. 100 into 5,000. He will demand 5 lakhs. But we told him that you should help. Don't do this with motive to only earn money. Try to help. Now he doesn't understand meaning of help. So we told him, why don't you do this, whatever the total cost may be? Demand that much. Not from your pocket. Only charge the cost. Don't make any profit as per market. He said, okay. We will also contribute to society by this. Okay. So here he did not earn any profit from that deal, which is itself a big help. The relevant costing is on this theory, so that we don't suffer any loss. Okay. So this is the last case. Taking all of this, a shortcut can be made for this. You can write it down. What is the shortcut? Regular use. But no supply. So answer will be relevant cost is contribution lost. This is shortcut. In all cases, book value is a sunk cost. Whenever book value is given, it is a sunk cost and is what is irrelevant. Book value is a sunk cost and is irrelevant. In all cases, book value is a sunk cost and is irrelevant. Is that clear? Okay. In all cases, book value is a sunk cost and is irrelevant. And whether the rest is irrelevant or relevant is situational. We have summarized all of this for you and we have created this material for you. Everything is printed in it. You can check it. Look here. In such small space, whole topic is explained. Read this out. If the material is in stock. And there is another case where material order has been placed. There is one more case where the material is ordered and considered to be in stock. You should also write this down in your copy. You can write it anywhere or at the top of document. Write it near the in stock case. So it is easy for you. Is in stock or orders placed. We also consider the order placed as stock. We learned this in accounting, that if we have placed an order, so we become the owners. The position is not physically available to us, but the invoice is on our name. So we become owner. It is possible that it is in transit right now, or it is ready for delivery, or it is already in stock with someone else. We haven't received it yet. Product is with supplier and hasn't been shipped. Delivery is not done. Or it is in transit, which means it is not in our stock, but order has been placed that equals to being in stock. Look at the chart. What does it say? If it is non-moving, what would be relevancy? Look, benefit lost. Benefit loss means higher off. I showed you three options. First was scrap value. Second was substitute value. And third was conversion into special product. Remember, the first example was this. You can read it. Match with first example. Then the second example, if it was regularly used item in stock, what was shortcut for relevant cost? It's just the current purchase price, the cost of the new item. Because as we will use our stock, we will buy new ones or we will give you a new one. Okay. In both cases, current purchase price is relevant. And now in third case, if our material is a toxic material, so in that relevant cost is savings and removal cost. This was example number 3. Please check everything. Then into purchase case, take the purchase cost of quantity we need to buy. Quantity that we need to buy, its purchase cost. Now, if purchase is happening in lot, then we have done example of lot. There are two cases. Either the material is not used after work is done. There is no use of extra material, so we will relate it to an example and remember it. Cost to be incurred on the lot purchased. Minus scrap value of extra units. Remember this, whatever is not used will be scrapped. Second case is what if it will be used regularly? Whatever value is of cost to be incurred, billing will be done on quantity required. I have explained this. That all extra material was taken, but I paid bill for how much? I paid just enough for my work, okay? He took away whatever was extra. Clear? I hope idea is clear. This entire chart should be memorized by you all. Is that clear? Remembering this is the key for easy question solving. I have also given you special case in this, okay? If it's for regular use, but you can add it here if you want to, okay? Here, there can be two cases. One possibility is supply is available. Second thing is supply is not available. And if supply is available, then what? Then current purchase price. If supply is available, what will you say? You will take current purchase price, and if supply is not available, product is regularly used, but there is no supply, what will be relevant cost? Last example was contribution lost. The damage done due to the offer. That is what you need to recover. Contribution lost due to offer. This came up in one of the sums. So students, I explained the no supply case to you. Okay. Tell me students, can you visualize the whole chart in your mind or not? Do you remember it by heart? It is important for everyone to learn this thoroughly. This chart is very important from exam point of view. Close your eyes and try to learn this chart right now. Please do it, students. It helps to learn things. Close your eyes and try to learn this. The first point is relevant cost of material, okay? It has two parts. One is in stock or order placed, and other is needs to be purchased. Then in stock or order placed, there are 3 points. Non-moving, regular, toxic. If it's non-moving, then relevant cost is benefit lost. If it is regular, then current purchase price. But if there is supply, then current purchase price. If no supply, then contribution loss. In toxic waste, removal cost is saved. If it is to be purchased, then purchase cost of quantity. But there are 2 cases, first with no restriction on lot size and other with restriction on lot size. If there are restrictions on lot size, there are 2 cases, will be used later and will not be used later. In second case, subtract scrap value. And if it is used later, we will take it over at regular rate. So we will bill according to whatever was actually used by the customer. Okay, this is the method. If you can create chart in your mind, then you can remember the concept forever, which is helpful. Today, we learned this method. Visualize all the concepts. Close your eyes and try to recall them. This method is very good. How many costs are there in relevant cost? Think about it. Visualize it in your mind. You should be able to see what you are trying to recall. It is very helpful, students. You have to memorize that chart in your own mind. We should think about that chart and memorize it thoroughly so we can even visualize it. You have to properly understand the concept and learn it by heart. Is that clear? You should always know how to learn things in an easy way. This will help you save your time. Whenever any topic is introduced, learn it and memorize it in your mind. Okay? So there are 3 types of relevant cost. Think about it, students. So now in your mind, visualize a paper and there are 3 types of relevant costs written on it. Are you able to do that? Costs are variable cost, avoidable fixed cost, and opportunity cost. Students, can you visualize all the types of costs or not? There are 2 irrelevant costs. One is sunk cost, other is committed cost. In this way, there are 3 approaches in decision making for presentation. Okay. In that, there was a total cost approach. Let's recall that example. Okay. The shop owner and a rental person, the total cost approach. For the second number, write increment cost approach in the big font. For the third number, write opportunity cost approach. In opportunity cost approach, cost to be incurred plus benefit lost is there. In incremental approach, difference between cost with and without offer. In total approach, relevant and irrelevant costs are combined with net presentation. The net position is looked. Keeping that example in mind, write down total cost approach on separate page and put separately. Add relevant costing file to that. Collect and combine all this information all together and memorize it in your mind. Okay. Create a separate space for this information in your mind. That separate space is created that contains information. Now see, you will never have any problem in recalling anything. To recall, you have to go to your mind. Close your eyes. Just simply visualize the concept and try to memorize it. It will be a lot more easier for you. This is magical technique. And we don't do anything about all this. We just attend class and then leave the class. A little bit of extra effort can give you perennial memory. This perennial memory requires an extra effort for everything. You have to give it more time. You are now being given a task. Can you apply what you learned from me? Are you able to apply it? For that, come to question 3. Okay. Question number 3 is very simple question. It's a silly question. I just hope that you all will attempt this question right now. In front of me, take 10 minutes. Question number 3, I have also placed it on screen. Please read this. And you can do it on calculator. Okay. And write down the answer here, just over here. What will be the answer for material A, material B, material C, and material D? Okay, and it's an open book exam. Think that it's like an open book exam. You have notes, so refer to them. There are examples, so refer to them. And try to give the answer of ABCD, okay? Yes, you can tell the answers. Whatever you think, at least give it a try. Come on, answer. What's the answer? I am solving it. You can match it from here. Here, what is happening is that the customer we have received for a special job who is offering only 22,000. He will need for materials for the work. Material required is 1,000, but we do not have that in stock. If it's not in our stock, then how will it come? We'll purchase it. The replacement cost of purchase is the purchase price. What will be its relevant cost? It's 6,000. The information for materials B, C, and D is given below. Material B is used regularly by X Limited, and if stocks were required for this job, they would need to be replaced to meet the other production demand. Material B is for regular use if it's used from here. You have to purchase new. Okay, so how much is required? 1,600 in stock. Instead using remaining stock, you should buy new one. It's better not to use the stock. If you're getting a new one on the basis of 5 rupees, how much will it cost? It's 5,000. 5,000. Now third case. So it's talking about materials CD that are in stock as a result of previous excess purchases, which means they are non-moving. Excess purchase means non-moving, it's not being used. Non-moving means not usable. And they have a restricted use and are not used everywhere. What's after that is? So no other use could be found for material C. But the material D could be used as a substitute in another job for 300 units. It's saying that no other use could be found for C. There is no other use of C. It's non-moving and of no use. If it's of no use, probably we do something with it. We don't keep the non-moving objects. Instead, we try to think of removing it. So if it's non-moving, you are given a realizable value here. And if you need 1,000, so how many are in stock? So how much units are already in the stock? It's 700. We need 1,000 units, and how much is in stock? It's 700, so we can provide 700 from the stock. Its cost will be incurred nil because it's in the stock. So you have to take the benefit loss because there is no other use. So the benefit loss is relevant. which is 700 multiplied by 2.5. 700 multiplied by 2.5. If we need additional 300 more, then we have to purchase it. We need 300 more, we have to buy it for 4 rupees. Are you getting it? At last, it's about material D. It could be used in another job as a substitute for 300 units of material, which costs the rupees 5 per unit, of which company has no unit stock at the moment. The benefit of material D can be taken 1500 rupees as 300 multiplied by 5. Scrap value of material D is given 6 rupees. If we multiply 6 by 200, the value of stock will be 1200. So we'll get benefit of 1200 or 1500. We'll take the higher amount, which is 1500. Units required for offer is 200. Add its benefit loss of 1500 and its relevant cost will be 1500. Understood? How did it happen? Since you need 200 units and you have 200 units in stock, you will receive the entire from the stock only. What will be its relevant cost? So since it has no use, it's non-usable and it is non-moving. Take benefit loss. Options for benefit loss already explained. The first is the scrap value. Scrap value given is 6 rupees. And then second number is the substitute value, which is rupees 1500. 6 rupees multiplied by 200 is 1200. And here it's 1500. So we would go for best option and we'll choose 1500. So the relevant cost for 200 is cost to be incurred nil and the benefit loss is 1500. We'll add all 4 of these. And also we'll let you know what will be the relevant cost. And it's saying what are the relevant costs of materials in deciding whether or not to accept the contract. Assume all other expenses on this contract to be specially incurred besides the relevant cost of material. Relevant material cost is 550. So 550 will be added to your additional cost. Okay, so write this down. So if you try breaking down its situation, you will understand it better. You have to break the situation. And then you'll see how it is happening. If you don't break down the situation, it won't be clear to you. Statement showing, and write the question number in your notes. Page number 3. Okay. Question number 3, page number dash. So here you go to the sheet and copy this page number. You will update here. It's here. Copy number 1. It's page number. So once you get the access to proper mat, you can then properly update the mat. In your index, question number 1, question number 2, question number 3 in the index. So I haven't prepared the index in detail for you yet. I will do it later and will let you know, guys. So the points I have explained to you, the relevant cost of materials will be in a separate index. All the points will come in the index. Okay, so the notes written in class. All of these notes will go into your index, also the relevant cost of materials. 11th point was the maximum price of offer. It will come in the index. When question comes, the question number will go to the index. So I hope that you all have understood this. So now we need to have a breakdown of everything. You can also do that. Like there your 3 things come on a page. In index, it will write the maximum price of offer, the minimum price of offer, question number 1 and for example page number. So it is very important that index should have the question number and the topic number in it. The topic number. This will go in index, and if we do question number after this, then that will also go in the index. Are you guys making the index? Making it or not? I have told you to make the index. It's not updated. So now you will have to do it after the class. Statement showing relevant cost of the offer. Particulars. In stock. To be purchased. Or total. In stock to be purchased or the total. So the first one is material A. Now let's learn how to think again. Once again, the units in stock are 0, not in stock. Where will you get the material you need? You'll have to purchase it. Of 1000 units for 6 rupees, and the relevant cost for the to be purchased will be rupees 6000. Total is 6000. Material B. It's for regular use. I have written regular use in bracket. In regular use, we don't take anything from stock. We purchase it from the market. We need is 1000. Of rupees 5, we will purchase it from the market. From the stocks, you haven't used it. If you use from stock, you'll get 600. So cost of 600 rupees given as 5 rupees, then you have to take 400 rupees from here. What's the alternative? Take 600 from stock, but whatever you take from stock, you have to bring new for the stock. It's of rupees 5. Then you have to buy 400 from market at rupees 5. So the cost will be 1000 multiplied by 5. You can present it in any way. You will get full marks. It's 5000. Material C. Material C is of no use. No other use. Then simply we'll just give it from stock. How much do we need? 1000, and how much do I have? Check the question. We need 1000, and how much do we have? We have only 700. 700 will be from stock. And relevance of the stock will be, if it's of no other use, cost to be incurred is nil. It's in stock, cost to be incurred is nil, but benefit lost means scrap value. Benefit lost means scrap value. What is scrap value? Benefit lost means scrap value. 700 multiply by benefit lost, which is scrap value, so 700 multiplied by 2.5. Check the question. 702.5. We'll get 700 from its scrap value. That is your benefit lost. 700 into 2.5 is 1750. Cost of stock was not taken, but benefit lost, the scrap value were taken. You can say we took the realizable value. What will happen to be purchased? To be purchased? How much to be purchased? 300. At what rate? 4 rupees. 1200. 300 multiplied by 4 is 1200. Total is 2950. The total is 2950. Material D. Material D. What's about material D? It's telling us that it is non-moving, okay? But it's you're of substitute use. And entire stock will be correct. 200 units are required. Check if they are in stock. If 200 is needed and 200 is in stock, so we will say that our stock is correct. But its higher of we will have to take. So we will take its higher of. Number 1, scrap value. What is the scrap value? 200 units at 6 rupees is 1200. 1200. Check it with the question. And what will the second number be? Its substitute value has been given. It's saying that complete can be used for a different material, whose substitute value is 300 units at the rate 5 rupees. 1500. So what would be the net figure of these two? So net figure of these two will be 1500. We'll take higher one. So now outside we'll write 1500. So in every case, in the cost to be incurred, book value do not play any role. Book value itself is the total sunk cost. Apart from that, if it is written 550 rupees in the last line of relevant cost question. So let's see total. What is the total amount? Taking 2950, 1500 and 550. plus 5,000 and 6,000 results in a total of 16,000. And what was the offer price we received? 22,000. It was at starting of the question. This is the net relevant cost. Offer price is 22,000. 22. What does this mean? Net benefit, or say the incremental benefit. 6,000. The net incremental benefit is 6,000. Why is this called an incremental benefit? You shouldn't think that in the P&L the positive 6,000 will be reflected when the offer is not there and when it is there. So after comparing both of their PL, the difference you will see is of positive 6,000. Means what is the difference? How much is the positive difference coming? It's 6,000. Got it? Therefore, what advice should be given at the end? So decide whether or not the contract, let's say whether it should be accepted. So as there is an incremental benefit, comma, the contract should be accepted. So as there is an incremental benefit, comma, the contract should be accepted. So as there is an incremental benefit, comma, the contract should be accepted. Got it? Look, you will become perfect with practice. I don't exactly know how perfect your answers were for this question. Okay, but also do remember, perfection comes over time. It can't come on the first try. Alright. More complexities are waiting for you. But nothing is impossible. And at the same time, nothing is possible if you don't remember the things. Okay? Okay, now from this sum, did you learn anything else? You know, what happens is we already know a number of things. Now when you learn a concept from the teacher. So every teacher teaches in the simplest way possible. In any class, when you learn a concept, you understand everything. But when the question appears on the exam, the language is slightly twisted. The style of asking the question is also changed. So the problem which comes at that time is, you don't understand its question, even if you have answer. Are you getting? So I have a sir of mine. Okay, and that sir used to give us a very good example of this. Think of an analogy. Okay, analogy means a similar situation. Now imagine that you are a salesperson. Okay. So let us suppose that you have all the types of cloths which can be used in an entire lifetime of a single human being. And you go door to door to sell them. So you, on your head, you keep a bag full of those cloths. And now you go from door to door selling out those cloths. So I am your customer. Okay. I saw and then called you, hey cloth guy. Okay. You have arrived. And you have all kinds of the cloths. Right? Now I am asking from you, do you have such a tie? I am saying, show me this type of a tie. You will say, wait sir, let me take down this bag of cloths. He says, yes, tell me. I am asking him, brother, do you have this type of a tie with you which we wear? I'm not saying the exact word. I'm just saying, is there a piece of clothing like this, which we wear doing like this and like this? Now you're not even paying attention and understanding. You are saying, look at this t-shirt. No, not that. A clothing that is worn tight around the neck like this. He says, okay, have this handkerchief. No, not the handkerchief. It is worn tightly around the neck by layering it multiple times like this. Okay, sir, take this scarf. Here you go, muffler. Not that. I'm talking about the one that you wear around your neck, you know, the one that is tight. Again, he's like, take this shirt. This is of the finest quality. So now you are a student instead of salesperson. And that person is examiner who is asking question. What is this type of cloth called? The one you wear by twisting and tightening around the neck. It's not like you don't know. Because the fact is that you have clothes from all over the world. All the varieties are there with you. But you are not able to give us the real thing. Why? Because you are not understanding me. I'm not saying exact word. I am saying it is what we wear around the neck like this. Show me the one which we wear tightly. You are saying take muffler. You are saying scarf. You are saying take the handkerchief. You are even saying to take this hat. Sir, this hat is really very good. It's the best quality and it is imported. Everything given is best, but where is the problem? You don't have it. It's not like that either. You are not understanding what I'm asking for. Basically, what happens is that we go to the exam hall with our bags. Now there the examiner is asking something in the question paper that you are not understanding. So now you are saying, take my handkerchief, right? He is asking for the relevant cost of labor, relevant cost of material. Ask me about the in stock, or ask me about the toxic one. Ask me about overhead. You will give every answer correctly. But what is the problem? You are not understanding what he is asking for. So what is the way to solve this problem? More and more questions. Typically, 90 out of 100 students are focusing only and only on one thing, and that thing is the concept. Example concept, example concept. He is not solving question. There is only one reason why kids don't score good, not practicing. The concept, provision in the law, provision in the tax. It is like to study auditing, you have to read all the laws, provisions, rules, everything. You learned everything. But there's a problem. And what is it? Not understanding what is asked. If someone explains it to him properly, that this is what is being asked, in the language in which concepts were learned, you'll say, okay, this one, and you'll write quickly. Do you understand where the challenge lies? So now what actually is the solution to meet this challenge? You have to give more importance to questions. We often emphasize on the importance of understanding concepts, like with the concepts will solve everything. So whenever I will be giving you any concept from now on, we will also do questions related to it, because even that's important. Don't be afraid of the wrong. Always try to think like we will do it. Mark the area in this question where you didn't understand while solving it yourself. If you didn't get it, go to that area of the question and then mark it with a red pen. Basically highlight that area, draw an arrow, mark a star there, or like this, make a finger pointer at that place. Like it didn't make sense to me. It didn't click to me. So that you remember, we have given you our material with what's new created on it. What's new is for you. Basically, wherever you thought that you got stuck, you can write it down here. And then this same thing you will have to revise again and again, so that this kind of mistake won't happen again. Okay? We need to understand their language. For example, a mother. Have you seen that when a mother sees her child crying, she understands immediately? He is feeling hot. Okay, now he is hungry. He is having a bowel movement. He is crying. Every child has almost the same reaction. He just cries. But mother understands everything what he wants. So in the same way, we need to deal with the question. Every question is a question, but what exactly is needed there? So you understand that by paying attention. A new mother who is becoming a mother for the first time, she also understands without any experience that what does her child need. Within a month or so, whatever discomforts he gets, she just understands it. Father doesn't understand, but mother does. You understand a child when you pay them the same level of attention. Similarly, when you will pay attention to the question, you will understand that problem and address that in the same way. Okay? Is there any question related to this? Do you want to ask anything? Any question you have? No? So your homework is question number 4. Okay? So question number 4 is going to be your homework. This is just a bigger version of that. Check it out. There were 4 and here it's 6 materials. And presentation will be like we did for the previous question. The question we did last time, you did it roughly. What will you do to attempt it this time? In your copy, you will try with a proper presentation. Don't worry if it's wrong. Don't worry if it will be crossed in the copy. Don't think what if my answer is wrong. Okay, so for learning, I want to give an example to you guys. So I have an elder son and his name is Vyom. He is in 3rd. Okay, so now Vyom's mother was taking his test at home. There was a question. I don't remember it exactly, so I'm making up a hypothetical question. Okay, name 2 features of heart. Question was like name 2 features of heart. So first he wrote it pumps blood throughout the body. Now second, he didn't leave it blank. He wrote, I don't know. So I called him and his mother showed me the answer. See what is written in the answer. I don't know. For second he has written, I don't know. I called him, how did you learn this answer? Where was it written? I don't know. In school, my teacher told, even if you don't know answer, you will not leave it blank. Just think, how well did he understood the instructions? Even if you don't know the answer, don't leave it empty. Now in similar case, what should we do? Logic is correct, right? But it's not expected that even you will be writing the same answer. You should not bring a blank copy. Not bringing blank copy doesn't mean that you'll bring a copy with, I don't know, written in it. So you will write as much as you know. Don't worry about wrong answers. Even after wrong, you will learn. If you won't do anything, then you won't learn. Even if you get it wrong or if you get it right, you'll still learn. If you get it right, you'll remember this question for solving in first attempt. If it's wrong, you'll remember this question for the mistake made. If you don't even attempt it, then your mind will be like an empty box. I mean, it will be like, you won't know if you understood or not. Attempting is very important. And again, you should revise everything and remember the golden rules that you have received so far. So you will have to revise everything. For example, teach people about these. Teach them these through examples. If it's possible, then to a friend, or if you have a non-CMA friend, or to your brother, sister, mom or dad at home. Make them sit down and tell them, this is what happened today. So your mind will be clear. Otherwise, close your eyes and just read to the personality that you have within yourself. Take 10 minutes of peace. Close your eyes, put your mobile phone aside, and teach everything to yourself. You will feel the difference. Okay? So I need the correct answer. It shouldn't be like you just wrote whatever or came without doing. And the answer is given in your sheet, right? Answer is on the sheet. It could also be wrong. Don't trust on it. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. Take care. See you tomorrow.